Hey Grayson, how you doing? Good. Can you hear us and see us okay? Awesome. Did you have a happy Thanksgiving? Yeah, me too. It was a really good Thanksgiving. So I wanted to let you know that me and my manager John are here from American Income Life, OPEIU Local 277. That's the union group that we belong to. We will be explaining your insurance benefits that you have through your union, Local 77. By the way, you don't have a spouse or significant other, do you? Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, perfect. We just had to check because if you do, the benefits apply to them as well. So, is this the first time that you've heard about your benefits through your union? The reason I ask is every year there's a new enrollment to update your insurance and benefit information. Do you get involved in the local 77 meetings? Do you ever go to the meetings, and have you read at least one newsletter? No? No? Okay, well, that is why I'm here, because we need to make sure that you know that AIL for over 70 years has provided personal insurance services to unions and association members like police, firefighters, Teamsters, and veterans. They've helped all of the members who are in good standing, like yourself, qualify for their permanent benefits. Were you aware of that? Okay, so do you know the difference between your temporary benefits and your permanent benefits? What they mean by temporary is that everyone has benefits through work, but when you leave your job, change careers, or retire, your benefits go away. So we've set up the permanent ones to help you fill those gaps that you don't already have through work. So whenever you do change jobs or retire, you get to take these with you and they don't expire. Does that make sense? So what do you do for work? Awesome. How long have you been doing that? Do you really like it? Awesome. Well, I'm glad you really like it. I'm glad you just got a promotion. That's really great. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So can you see my screen? Okay, perfect. So here's a copy of the letter that was sent to you. Like it says here in the letter, my job is to go over your insurance benefits and help you get enrolled, okay? When I'm finished, they have you fill out a report card that will go back to AIL so they know that I've done my job. Is that fair? All right. Now, as it explains in the letter, they have me meeting with you for two really important reasons. The first one is to explain all the automatic no-cost benefits that the union made available to you. And the second is to review the permanent benefits package that will stay with you throughout your lifetime. If you don't already have them activated like you're supposed to, my job is to help you qualify for them so you have those working for you and your family. I'm going to let you know right now that these benefits are actually hard to qualify for and many people don't. Does that all make sense so far? Do you have any questions before we go ahead and get started? So I'm going to share my screen probably for the rest of the meeting and show you each of the benefits and its information. So if you do have any questions along the way, be sure to stop me, okay? Okay, perfect. So our first no-cost benefit is the AD&D certificate. This one actually covers you when you die of any type of accident. It's non-contributing and non-participating, which means you don't have to pay for it and you already have been qualified for it. Pretty nice, huh? I will email you this certificate for your records. Does that make sense? Okay, so the second no-cost benefit is the Mcgruff Child Safe ID kits. Are you familiar with Amber Alerts? We've heard of an Amber Alert? Yes. So police in our communities are actually actively searching for over 2,300 children each and every day, and over 800,000 children each year. When unprepared, it can take up to 4 hours for those police to collect that information. That takes off 4 hours out of that 24-hour timeline that the police have to find that child. Because 93% of children that aren't found within the first 24 hours are more than likely not going to be found alive. So that is why it is so important that these child safe ID kits are in the hands of every parent. Does that make sense? So if you know anybody who has children under the age of 18, we can make a note. We'll make sure that they get their kits as well and know that you made sure that they got those kits. So our second or third no cost benefit is the no cost will kit. Now, with everything going on, most people are scrambling to get wills prepared, and when they realize that wills cost between $940 and $1,500 per individual to create, it's even more surprising that that's why families don't have wills prepared. They realize that everyone has a beneficiary for their bank accounts and their life insurance, but very few people have a will set up to take care of their children and the lives they leave behind. So here's the will kit. Can you see my screen? So these are all the sections that you need to fill out, and you're actually going to save this document and print it out, and then you're going to take it to your local bank or anywhere that you can get it notarized. Because this document is going to be your will, you're going to sign it, you're going to get it notarized, and then it is a legal binding document, and you're going to lock it up. Make sure that you tell everybody where it is, and make sure it's locked up. Awesome. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions so far? Okay, perfect. So the next no cost benefit, have you heard of the AIL Plus card? Have you used it at all? Well, it is so awesome. It actually saves you up to 85% on vision, prescription, hearing, and chiropractor services. It is not health insurance, and it is a no cost discount card on vision, prescriptions, hearing, and chiropractor services. So you're actually going to go online to the website there, create an account. It's going to prompt you to download the app, and the app is actually where the Plus card is. And the app will give you all the information you need to be able to use the card. It'll also give you providers in your area and things like that. So our next no cost benefit is the Family Information Guide. It works with your will kit, hand in hand with your will kit. When something happens to you, your family will know exactly what to do. After you fill this out, I want you to keep it in the same place or in a safe place like the will kit, because it's going to have some of that really vital information on it. Your name, your birth date, your social security number, your checking account, banking account information. It's also going to ask you, have either of you been in the military? So it's going to ask you your military, your military status. So the persons to be notified is actually one of the most important spots. The persons to be notified is the most important part. You know, millions of life insurance, millions of dollars in life insurance actually go unclaimed because families don't know how to make a claim. They don't know what company to call. They don't know who the beneficiary is. So this is a great spot to be able to put down 5 people in case of an emergency that the family can call immediately when something happens to you. So these top 5 people are like your brother and your sister or your mom or your best friend, anybody who's going to be right there for your family if and when something happens to you. So make sure that you put all of their important information down here, because they are going to be the ones who are going to be there to help your family. So your estate information goes here. If you have life insurance outside of work, that would go here. This is actually part of your financial institution information. So you're going to use your checking or your savings. You're going to put that here. So that's why this document is very important. We don't just want it, laying on the kitchen table or just shoved somewhere. We actually want it to be locked up. And then at the very end, they want to know about your funeral services and final requests. So have either of you ever planned a funeral? Do either of you want to be cremated or buried? Have you thought about being cremated or buried? Well, either way, it is very expensive. Remind me before I go the part of the program that takes care of all your final expenses, but you'll have to qualify for that first. Do you see how this family information guide is very important? Yeah, so at the very end, we'll be able to talk about those programs that take care of all your final expenses. Yeah, the ones that you have to qualify for. Yep, don't worry, we'll talk about it. So, now because you have an in with the union and AIL, they're allowing you to extend the same no-cost benefits package to the people in your life. They're also going to receive the AD&D certificate, the AIL Plus card, the family information guide, the will kits, and the child safe ID kits. They do have to qualify. They do have to be 21 years or older. They have to be working, and they have to live in Oregon or Washington. So we'll take care of your closest family first, then your close friends, and then all of your coworkers if we haven't already sponsored them in. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. So go ahead. I'll make it really, really easy. We're going to send all 5 of these people a text message. I'm going to send you the text. You forward the text message to those 5 people so they know exactly what's going on. They know exactly who they're going to meet and exactly what benefits they get. Thanks to you. So they'll have to definitely thank you too, because now that they have an in with the union. Yeah, pretty nice, huh? All right, perfect. So while you're sending those texts, I'm going to shuffle my screen around a little bit. And we will go into the permanent benefits that we were all talking about. Okay, awesome.